BODMAS. Brackets, orders, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. It's not one of those things you can just use once and then, okay, put it aside and move on. Rather, it's a mathematical concept that needs to be used time and time again. You will always apply BODMAS, even when you're not officially studying BODMAS. So let's have a quick look at using BODMAS with some examples. Here we have 6 plus 4 times 2. What we're not going to do is add the 6 and the 4, get 10 and then come along and multiply it by 2 and have our final answer as 20. That's not using BODMAS, that's just going left to right. With BODMAS we have to do brackets first. Well, there aren't any. Great, so we move on. Look for any orders, any indices, anything to the power of. Nope, we don't have any of those. So we move on again. The next one is division, but we actually do division and multiplication together. Neither one has more importance over the other. So division and multiplication are done together, moving from left to right. So let's do that. Well, we don't have any division, we've only got one multiplication, so we can do our 4 times 2 and come out with 8. And then we do addition and subtraction also. Neither has greater importance, we just do them left to right. While we've only got one, we don't have any subtraction, we've got an addition here, we've got 6 plus, and it was 6 plus the 8 that we've already come across. So our answer is going to be 14. And that's how we use BODMAS. Brackets, orders, division and multiplication together, same time left to right, and then addition, subtraction together, same time left to right. Let's move through some more examples. No brackets, so we move to orders. Yes, we have that. We have 4 to the power of 3. Now remember, that means 4 has been multiplied by itself, and there are 3 of them. So what we've really got, 4 to the power of 3, is equal to 4 times 4 times 4. The number is 4, it's been multiplied by itself, and there are 3 of them. So, okay, 4 4s is 16, and then 16 times 4 is 64. So we could actually replace that 4 to the power of 3, that 4 cubed, with the number 64. So that's the orders done. Now division and multiplication. Well, we've got 1 that divided by 2, so our 64 is now being divided by 2. That will give us 32. And then we come along and do addition and subtraction. Well, we've got a plus 4 there, so we add that on to our 32, and our final answer becomes 36. 8 plus 6 minus 3. Well, no brackets, no orders, no division and multiplication. All we've got is addition and subtraction. They're done at the same time, just moving left to right. 8 plus 6 gives us 14, and then we can take 3 away from that and come out with our answer of 11. 5 plus 5 times 4 squared. Well, we're not doing the 5 plus 5, that's addition, and that comes after multiplication, doesn't it? And even we're not starting with the multiplication. Orders comes before that, so we're doing the 4 squared. 4 squared is 4 times 4, so that we could replace with 16. So we now have multiplication. We've got 5 times 16. Now, I don't expect everyone to just magically know their 16 times tables. I never learned my 16 times tables. However, we can do 5 times 6, and we can do 5 times 10. So let's do that. 6 5s are 30, and 5 10s are 50. When we put that together, we get 80. So 5 times 16 is 80. There's our multiplication done. Now we can add another 5 for our final answer of 85. 12 plus 3 times 2. We're doing our multiplication before our addition. So that 3 times 2, we could replace that with the number 6. We now have 12 plus 6, and I think we can all agree that that will be 18. 2 times 4 plus 5. Well, we're doing our multiplication first, so 2 times 4 is 8, and then we can do our addition. 8 plus another 5, that will give us the answer of 13. 100 minus 20 times 3 in brackets. Well, we're not doing that subtraction first, we're doing the brackets. So we do everything inside the brackets. 3 times 20 is 60. So we could replace that 20 times 3 with the number 60, and now we simply have 100 minus 60. So we take 60 away from 100, and we're left with 40 as our answer. 35 minus 15 plus 27 minus 7. Well, we're going to do our brackets first. We have 2 sets of brackets to do this time, and that's okay. 35 take away 15, that's going to give us 20. And then for our other brackets, 27 minus 7, that's going to give us 20. Again, now we can do our addition, 20 plus 20. Well, our final answer is going to be 40. 15 plus 6 by 6 minus 3 cubed, but we've got some brackets around that. We have to do our brackets first, so we're going to do all this part first. But within brackets, we still have to follow BODMAS. So we're going to do the orders first. That 3 cubed, 3 to the power of 3, that's 3 times 3 times 3. Well, 3 3s are 9 times another 3 is 27. So that 3 cubed, we could replace that with the number 27. Now, we've got multiplication also within the brackets. So let's do this. 6 times 6. 6 6 is a 36. So we could replace 6 times 6 with the number 36. Now we have 36 minus 27. So we can take our 27 away from 36 and come out with 9. So we could essentially take that entire bracket and replace it with the number 9. Now we're left with 15 plus 9, and that gives us a final answer of 24. 4 plus 5, and that has been multiplied by 3 plus 6. Do our brackets first. 4 plus 5, that's going to give us 9. 3 plus 6, that's also going to give us 9. And 9 times 9, well, that's 9 squared. That will be 81. 5 plus 5 in brackets, multiplied by 5 minus 2 in brackets. Well, 5 plus 5 is going to be 10. 5 minus 2 is going to be 3. Notice I'm not doing the multiplication yet, I'm doing the brackets first. Now that I've done the brackets, I can do the multiplication. 3 tens are 30 for our final answer. 50 minus 6 by 6. Well, we're going to do that 6 by 6 first because it's in brackets. So 6 sixes are 36. And now we have 50 minus 36. Take 36 away from 50 and you will be left with 14. 4 plus 8, and that's all multiplied by 3 squared minus 2 squared. Well, we'll start with the first bracket. 4 plus 8 is 12. We could replace that 4 plus 8 with the number 12. Let's see what we can replace the other brackets with. Remember, within the brackets, we still follow BODMAS. So we do the orders. 3 squared is 3 times 3. That could be replaced with the number 9. 2 squared, that could be replaced with the number 4 because 2 squared is 2 times 2. So now that bracket becomes 9 minus 4. Let's replace that with the number 5. Now we're down to 12. We've still got our multiplication symbol, so 12 times 5. Well, 10 5s are 50, another 2 5s are another 10, so that will give us our final answer of 12 5s are 60. 9 minus 3 plus 6 by 6. 9 minus 3 is 6. 6 by 6 is 36. 6 plus 36. Final answer, 42. 5 by 7 minus 2 by 5. 7 5s are 35. The second bracket, 2 5s are 10. So what we actually have is 35 minus 10. Final answer, 25. 56 minus 4 by 7. We do the brackets first. 4 7s are 28. So what we actually have is 56 minus 28. So our final answer will also be 28. 78 minus 10 by 7. Well, the 10 by 7, do the brackets first. That comes out at 70. So we have 78 minus 70 for our final answer of 8. 7 7s are 49 plus 4 eighths, which are 32. So we have 49 plus 32 for our final answer of 81. 45 minus 23 plus 5 times 8. Well, 45 minus 23, we could replace that set of brackets with 22. The other brackets, 5 eighths, are 40. So what we really have then is 22 plus 40. Well, that will be 62. 38 minus 5 by 7, 7 fives, 35. So we've really got 38 minus 35, and that will give us the big answer of 3. 100 minus 45, well, that's 55, plus 7 sevens are 49. So we have 55 plus 49 for our answer of 104. 45 minus, now, I'm not even going to worry about that at the moment. I'm just going to be worrying about my brackets, because remember, that's what we do first. 1 to the power of 27. Goodness me, that's a lot of 1s being multiplied together. But 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, if you do that 27 times, the answer is still going to be 1. So that we can just ignore to the power of 27. That doesn't change anything. 4 nines are 36. Put another one on the end and come out with 37. So now we have 45 minus 37. Our final answer is 8. 5 plus 7 times 4 minus 11 plus 6. Let's do that first because it's in brackets. 11 plus 6 is 17. Now we do our 7 times 4 because multiplication comes before addition and subtraction. 4 sevens are 28. So that could be replaced with the number 28. Now we're down to our addition and subtraction, and we just go left to right. So 5 plus 28, that's 33, minus 17. So what we actually have now is 33 minus 17. That's what this problem really all comes down to. And that's going to give our final answer of 16. Here we go straight to the brackets. 12 nines are 108. Then we can come over here and do our multiplication. 2 fives are 10. So now we have 10 plus 8 minus 108. Well, 10 plus 8 is 18. Minus 108, that will put us at negative 90. Again, straight to the brackets. 2 nines are 18. And then we only have addition and subtraction left, so we start on the left and work our way across to the right. 9 minus 12 is minus 3, plus 9 puts us back up to 6. Take away 18 puts us to minus 12 for our final answer. Now sometimes when you're doing maths, a little shortcut may jump out at you. Remember, when we're doing addition and subtraction, it doesn't matter the order that we do things in. Just remember that the sign in front of a number belongs to that number. So this minus sign actually belongs to the 12. So it's not just a minus and then there might be a 12. What we have is a minus 12, negative 12. So if you think of things that way, this problem actually becomes a lot easier, because here's a bit of an easier way to do it. Here's a 9 and there's a 9, and 9 plus 9 is 18. But then I'm taking away 18. Well, that's going to put me at 0. And then the only thing I've got left is negative 12. So that's my answer, minus 12. So when we say addition and subtraction is just done left to right, it can be, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. So long as you remember that the plus or minus sign, the positive or negative, belongs with the number that immediately follows. Anyway, sometimes you may notice a bit of a shortcut, and if that helps, terrific. Alright, brackets first. 5 tens are 50. Moving on to the orders. 2 to the power of 5. Well, that's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Remember, the 2 has been multiplied by itself, and how many of them? There are 5 of them. Well, 2 2s are 4, times 2 is 8, times another 2 is 16, times another 2 is 32. So 2 to the power of 5 is 32. Let's jot that down. Now we do the multiplication. 5 12s, We met that one earlier. That was 60. So now we have 32 minus 60 plus 50. Now actually, I'm going to use the little trick that I just mentioned. Instead of doing 32 and take away 60 and get down into the negatives, no. I think it would be easier just to do 32 plus 50. That's 82. And from 82, I can take away my 60. 22 is my final answer. And I personally, the way my brain works anyway, I think that's easier than doing 32 minus 60, because that will put us down at negative 28. And then from our negative 28, we add 50. Yeah, sure, that'll put us back to 22. The answer is the same. But I think it's easier to go 32 plus 50, 82, minus 60, 22. Okay, brackets first. 11 minus 12 is minus 1. Now we're doing division and multiplication because there are no orders. So 11 times minus 1, well, that's just going to be minus 11. That negative 1 multiplied by is just going to change the sign. So now we've got minus 11 times 11. 11 11s are 121. So minus 11 times 11 is minus 121. So we're at negative 121. And we're taking away another 9. So we're going further into the negatives by another 9 for our final answer of minus 130. Alright, brackets first, and within the brackets we still follow BODMAS, so multiplication before the subtraction. 11 5s are 55. Now we want to take 5 away from that. So we could replace that whole bracket set with the number 50. Now we have 12 plus 50 plus 10, well that's 62, plus 10 is 72 for our final answer. Right, we're looking at the brackets, and within that we're following BODMAS, so we're looking at the orders there. 3 cubed is 27 because 3 times 3 times 3. So that is 27. 3 3s are 9, so what we have is 27 plus 9, and that will of course give us 36. Now we do our 36 times 10. Well, let's just put a 0 on the end and call it 360. And then we can add 11. So that 60 is going to become 71. There's our final answer, 371. Alright, let's have a look. Brackets first. 5 minus 7 is minus 2, plus 4 puts us at 2. So let's switch out that brackets and call it 2 there. If you wanted to use the trick from earlier, 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 minus 7 is 2. So that may be easier because we don't actually have to run into negative numbers. Sometimes that can trip some people up. Anyway, then we do the orders. 5 squared. 5 5s are 25. So we have now 25 minus 7 times 2. Well, the 7 times 2 is done next. 2 7s are 14. So what we actually end up with is 25 minus 14. And that gives us our final answer of 11. Brackets, 11 plus 9, 20. Multiplication, 3 times 4, 12. Now we have 12 minus 5, well that's 7, minus 20, well that will be minus 13 for our final answer. 5 minus 5, well that's an interesting place to start, isn't it? That puts us at 0. Add 4, okay, so we're at 4. 4 minus 7 plus 12. Well, you could do it in that order. 4 minus 7 puts us to minus 3, and then you add another 12, that puts us back up to positive 9. Or you could do it the other way that I've mentioned. 4 plus 12, that's 16. Take away 7 from 16, and you're left with 9. The answer is the same, but I think it's a bit of an easier way to get that answer. Now with this one we have brackets within brackets. That's fine, we just do it bit by bit. 16 minus 4, that puts us at 12. 2 squared is 4. Let's add another 2. That's now 6. So we've done our 2 sets of brackets inside the brackets. Now we get rid of the outer brackets. 12 divided by 6, well that's 2. So we've now done all of the brackets. That can all be replaced with the number 2. Now we have 6 plus 2, well that's 8. And hey, you know that 2 that we just added? Well, let's take it away again. And we're back to our 6 for our final answer. Brackets first. 14 divided by 7 is 2. Now we have some negative signs here, but we have an even number of negative signs. So our answer is going to be positive 2. 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2, or 2 2s are 4, times another 2 is 8. So that whole bracket system we can replace with the number 8. Now we have 8 times minus 5, well 5 eighths are 40, but we've only got one negative sign, so that's going to be minus 40. And now we just do all our addition and subtraction. So we have minus 8 minus negative 40. Wait, minus a negative? That's the same as a positive, isn't it? So minus negative 40 is the same as plus 40. So minus 8 plus 40, we're at 32. And then plus a negative is the same as taking away, subtraction. So we're at 32 minus 5. 32 minus 5 is 27. And there's our final answer. And to wrap this up, this is our 35th one that we've looked at. So, no brackets, straight to the orders. 4 squared is 4 times 4, and that's 16. 11 times 4 is 44. Now we just have our addition and subtraction left. 16 plus 44, that takes us to 60. Minus 2, we're down to 58. Let's add 11 on top of that, and we're at 69. Final answer, and we are done. Well, that's the video done. If you liked it, brilliant. Hit the like button and leave me a comment too. Now you know what to do. Go hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.